We're gonna kick your ass.
What's up? I'm Corey, special Loud correspondent here for a very special day. Let's talk about Loud. We got one of the loudest men in the history of rock and roll with us right now. Of course, Lemmy from Motorhead. Nice to see you, Lemmy. Do the official handshake.
Mostly, of course.
Yes, of course. Who just came out with a brand new double live CD, louder than everyone else. I think it's an appropriate title.
Yes, why not?
Actually, because I do think you have that title still.
Man of War, apparently.
Really?
But it's not important being the loudest, you know, it's just important to be loud.
That's right.
The loudest doesn't really matter.
I've heard a couple heavy artists say that it's sometimes difficult to do a live album when you're a loud band because of all the noise and trying to compress it and make it sound worthy on a CD. Are you happy with what you've got?
It isn't that difficult. We've made 3 of them now. Seems to get easier every time. What with the upcoming, you know, industrialization of the recording process, you can do almost anything now. You can cheat, swindle, and proliferate, but we haven't actually. This is all one show, no overdubs.
So you've seen technology maybe help out in the recording process in the last little while, or is it still the same?
Mostly. You know, I mean, if you think that Phil Spector's stuff was done on 3 mics, 3 track, I mean, you don't get any better than that production. So why have you got 36 tracks?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're doing race, mission every race. The moment is a moment, the moment.
When was your last live offering?
Snake Bite Love.
Now,
But you didn't know about you.
No, I actually...
Man with finger on pulse of industry.
See, Snake Bite Love was it not the kind of one of the first radio-friendly type offerings from you guys?
Radio-friendly? Oh, we're not trying to be radio-friendly. We're trying to be radio-hostile, actually.
Why don't we throw to a video here for now? Is there anyone that kind of stands out right now for you?
Nancy.
Yeah? Why do you like that?
Because they're good.
Yeah? Simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah?
There is no other criterion. Whether you like them or not is the point. That's it.
All right.
I mean, it doesn't matter if your peer group approves of it. It doesn't matter if you're ashamed of having them in your record rack. If you like them, play them. That's it.
Simple as that.
And if you don't, don't.
Okay, let's do it. Lemmy says Skunk Anansie right here on Loud. What's up? You are watching Loud and hanging in the pit, so to speak. None other than Lemmy from Motorhead. We're talking about the latest live offering from Motorhead. And I want to ask you this. You know, playing back in the late 70s, is it the same back then as it is now? Like, say, in 1998 when this was recorded?
No, it was better then.
What makes it better then?
Well, the drugs were cheaper for a start. I mean, it was more fun then because people still believed that we could actually do something that might be useful. Nowadays, it's just whether we can make money for the record companies. You know?
Really?
Yeah, really. It's a shame, really. Corporate business will kill rock and roll if we're not careful, but as long as I'm around, it won't do it, all right?
So what do you think the state of rock and roll is nowadays in 1999? Because obviously you've sat back and looked at a few bands popping up into the woodwork. We've seen metal, classic metal, even new metal nowadays.
New metal. I've heard of that one. I've heard of death metal, dark metal, black metal.
You got bands like Korn, Deftones, who are being labeled as new metal.
Are they?
Apparently.
By whom?
Critics?
What critics? Critics don't know anything. Critics are like fat, smug sons of bitches who sit on their ass all day and then write something that somebody else wrote 3 months ago. You know, I mean, critics are worth nothing, guys. You know, listen to it yourself. That is the only criterion. You listen to it. If you like it, then you play it and buy it. Otherwise, you know, there's nothing else that's worth anything.
Do you like some of the music that's out there right now?
Yeah,
heavy stuff?
Not a whole lot. I mean, they seem to have substituted heavy for quality. You know, and they think that heavy is cool, but I mean, there's no songs out there you're going to be singing in 10 years. Somebody to outrage everybody beyond all reason. I mean, people think it's Marilyn Manson, but believe me, it isn't. You know, I've seen Alice Cooper already. I don't know. We're still waiting for the new big thing. You know, whatever it is. But it'll show up. It always does. You know.
They said Marilyn Manson was the next big thing in heavy music.
Was he? You know.
Now, what are your feelings on someone like that?
Oh, good luck, you know, but I mean, it's kind of contrived. I mean, if his makeup artist doesn't show up, then he's finished, isn't he? I don't see many bands that are really proving it on stage, you know. A lot of bands are making it through the media and through a good video, you know, but there's not a lot of bands that can go out on stage and deliver. you know, and make you like forget your surroundings. Like, do you know what I mean? Most of these bands are making you aware of your surroundings. You look cooler than me, you know, and all that stuff. So it's just bollocks. You know?
Bollocks. All right, let's try and get to a couple bands that you don't think are full of bullocks. Let's pick...
It's not bullocks, it's bollocks, actually. Bollocks. It's an old English word meaning bollocks, all right?
But see, that's my Canadian interpretation,
yeah, well,
right? We're always wrong.
I'm here to help, you know.
Good, good. So Lemmy's the teacher for today.
Lemmy will teach you how to say bollocks. AC/DC.
Two videos. Let's pick two videos here for you.
AC/DC and Until It Sleeps, Metallica.
Nice. All right. Two favorite loud offerings, AC/DC and Metallica, coming up for you right now.
Bon Scott, mind.
What's up? You're watching Loud. I'm Corey, your special Loud correspondent, hanging with none other than Lemmy from Motorhead, and we're talking about the state of metal music today. Lemmy thinks it's kind of sad.
Well, no, I didn't say that. I said I think that the media thing of metal is dead thing is obviously bullshit because we're not playing to any less people when we go out on tour, you know. And this tour's been sold out in Canada.
Is there any band that you like touring with? Anyone that stands out that you would say, anytime, give us a call?
We did 2 tours with Black Sabbath. I'd go out with them again. They were fun. They were a good laugh. I mean, they didn't know they were a good laugh some of the time, but they're a good laugh. Yeah.
So what do you think about them coming back for a reunion tour? They say this will be the last ever. Ozzy's had enough.
Well, that's one of the few bands that it's worth reforming, you know. And then I wouldn't give you 10 cents for Kiss, you know, but they seem to be very popular with a lot of other people. So I was never a Kiss fan anyway, so my opinion don't matter. But having said that, there's a lot of these people that are reforming only for the money, which is kind of pissing, you know.
It was your 50th birthday in '95.
Yeah, it was my 53rd birthday in '98.
You celebrated back in '95 with you know, some of the boys in Metallica. You celebrated with this band called the Lemmys. You know, obviously it made you look back over your career and think, you know, we made some great friends, we played some great music, and...
They're the only band who ever bothered paying any tribute to what we did for them, which is very bigger than... They interrupted recording their album and came down on their own money to play, you know. That was very good.
You know, most people your age, you know, their idea of life is buying a house in the Cayman Islands and chilling and playing the stock market. What keeps you, Lemmy from Motorhead, doing what you do?
I haven't got enough money to do that.
Are you passionate still for your music? Are you passionate for music? Is that what keeps you going?
You couldn't put up with all this shit if you weren't.
Yeah?
You know.
If you weren't doing this, what do you think? See yourself?
I'd be in jail.
So many people, I think, will look at this and go, you know, Lemmy seems to be the same kind of guy he was years ago.
Well, like
it doesn't seem he's resistant to change. But what makes him playing some of the loudest music?
Change. I just didn't see anything worth changing to, because I thought what I already had was just as good, if not better. You know, so that's what that is.
You won. Oh my God!
No, he won the show under my name.
Star of the show. If people only really knew.
If people only knew that.
If people really only knew who they were playing against. What keeps you amused? Other than music, do you have any, you know, hobbies? How do you chill? How do you relax? Do you read?
Being slaughtered in horrible ways. Being peeled and rolled in salt, you know. Just the usual stuff, you know, that people like on the weekend, you know.
Yeah. With the fact that you have kind of set the standard, maybe, and that people look up to you and go, you know what, Lemmy's got it going on.
I tell you, flattery is very seductive, you know what I mean? It's great fun to be flattered all your life, but the thing is, the problem with being, you know, icon is that nobody buys your albums or nobody listens to them anymore. They only listen to the stuff that made you an icon, right? And they don't think you have anything left to offer after that. Whereas, for once, this band does. You know, because I think we're making the best. Those 6 albums are the best we ever did, you know. No question, no question. I know, I was in both bands, you know. And I just think we deserve to be more of a contender than a bloody legend, you know, because legends are boring. You know, who needs to be a legend? Not me. I'd rather be a fighter than a referee, you know what I mean?
I think it was back in '92, you were up for a Grammy. And I remember them introducing you as the legendary Motorhead.
Yeah, that's right.
How were you comfortable with, for one, being called the legendary Motorhead and potentially winning a Grammy in one of the most corporate award shows known to man?
Well, I went in there and everybody else was in high tuxedos, and I went in my denim jacket and a iron cross around my neck, and they really didn't like it. It made them really uncomfortable, you know what I mean? And this guy says, can I see your tickets? I said, certainly. You know, and they hate that. You actually got a ticket with your picture on it and everything. So then we went and sat down, and the cameras are all there, on all three of you, just in case. You know, but we didn't get it, obviously, because we sold, I think, 20,000.
With your microphone way up high, coming down and screaming up into it. You still play that way?
Yeah. I don't have to look at the audience.
It's funny how people picked up on that over the years. They just, you know, it was...
Yeah, I didn't get that, because, I mean, I'm not the only one that does that, I'm sure. But
I think you're one of the, like, when people think of that, they think of Lemmy, though, right? Yeah.
I suppose so, yeah. I never thought about it, really. It's just how I feel comfortable, you know.
I've seen some 15-year-old kids in bands in Toronto here, in Canada, trying to mimic that, and it's funny. I wonder what he'd think of that.
Well, Toronto was the first place I ever saw a Motorhead cover band. That was back in, what, Jesus, 81, I guess. When we were over here with Ozzy, we did a couple of shows up here. And there was a French-Canadian band doing old Motorhead songs, and I'd never seen a cover band before.
What'd you think?
Well, they were all right. They did very well, yeah. I forget what they were called, though. No doubt it's in the archives.
Did you meet them? Did you meet them? Did you shake their hand?
Yeah, we went up and said hello, you know. The worst thing was, in LA, there was this band called Moosehead, and they played all Motorhead stuff, and they were fucking awful, you know. And we went to the show, me and, who was it? I think it was me and Wurzel went down to the show, and they were terrified, and they played even worse than usual, and they were pretty bad, you know. But still, that's my job, to terrify people, you know. And you'll never hear surf music again, right?
All right, before I get too scared, let's wrap it up here and say thanks a lot for hanging out with us here on Loud.
Very good. Ad-lib, very good indeed.
Oh, thank you. We went to school for that kind of thing every now and then. Yeah.
So much for that.
Let's go out and play one more of your faves here. Let's leave an everlasting taste in people's mouths that Lemmy was here.
Well, that would have to be another Motorhead video.
I think so.
Okay, well, Killed by Death then. I mean, everybody is, aren't they?
All right. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time on Loud.
Yeah.